Genshai. Have you ever heard the word Genshai? It means to never treat another person in a manner that would make them feel small. In fact, that includes never treating yourself as though you were small or less than. I want to talk to you about the word Genshai. I had an experience a few years ago that made me start to appreciate things about my body and who I am that I never had appreciated before. I was hurrying into work one snowy morning, fell on the ice, caught myself in a push-up position, did an amazing, perfect push-up, one that you could never ever do again because I broke both wrists and tore my shoulder. I was so dependent on other people. I couldn't do the simplest things for myself. I couldn't tie my own shoes. I couldn't cook my own food or clean up. I couldn't do just the most ordinary things like turn a key in a lock. It was quite a gymnastic event even to get into my clothes, especially to get into a bra. I couldn't lift over 2 pounds. And all of a sudden, I began to learn to appreciate my body and how I'd never really appreciated it. How, in fact, I'd treated myself small. I had never believed that I was enough. I was never pretty enough, skinny enough. I was never enough. So I'm beginning to write about that word enough. But this whole experience made me really tune into the chatter in my brain, all the negative things I thought. Rather than thinking positively about who I am physically, I was always thinking negative. In other words, Genshai, I was treating myself small in the ultimate ways. I didn't appreciate who and what I am physically and the things I could do with my body. I began to develop gratitude for the most amazingly small things. I remember really clearly the day they took some of the big braces, casts off my hands, and I could sign my name. And I wept because once again I could write, something I totally lost for a period of time. I really thought about the miracle of just being able to write and do something like that for myself, and being able to do the most simple tasks around my life just became a pleasure and a joy, and be able to enjoy things, be able to drive my own car and take myself where I needed to go, being able to take care of my own needs, simple as prepare a meal. And I thought, when was the last time I was grateful for those little things we can do? Or had I been so caught up in my thoughts and making myself feel small, so opposed to the concept of Genshai, because I hadn't appreciated physically the miracle of life, the miracle of healing that we enjoy every day. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. Terry was hurt years ago in a construction accident where he was electrocuted. Now he can't live on his own. He can't do the things for himself. His body is truly a limitation, in my way of thinking. But I asked him about it one day. I said, do you feel, as we'd say in Genshai terms, small? Do you feel limitations from who you are physically? And he said, no. I said, you don't feel that way? He said, why? Why would I feel that way? I want to introduce you to him and let him present to you how he mentally thinks about it and appreciates every little thing he can do physically. He truly exhibits Genshai. He does. He keeps a journal since this is his 37th year of doing this.
Yeah.
So you were hurt 37 years ago. 32 years. We say negative stuff all the time in our brains. Okay, 37 years ago you were hurt.
Yeah.
And you were doing construction.
Yeah.
How many negative thoughts most of us have?
Why? Why?
Do you think we can choose not?
You can. But try to.
Try to. Do you have to try?
Oh. I should.
You just do it.
Yeah.
You made that choice.
Yep.
Now you're just positive.
All the time. Has to be.
Even though you're surrounded by people, let's see, how would I say this? You're surrounded by people who can do not very many things.
You know. Try harder. They try her. the truth is right under, I think.
So you just choose to be happy.
Had to be.
You have to be.
My choice to be happy.
But I think the most important lesson you taught me
Patience.
is that it's a choice to not be mad.
Yeah.
It is a choice to not be mad when your body isn't everything you want it to be. And you cheer up all these people.
Try to.
So here's my challenge to you. Can you, in the spirit of Genshai, appreciate the smallest things? Appreciate your 5 senses just for today, and then try again tomorrow. Appreciate things you've never thought of before. The smell, even if the smell is something you just burned in the kitchen. But appreciate that you can smell, and that you can see, and that you can touch. A friend handed me her little baby yesterday, and I was able to hold a child. I haven't had the shoulder and arm strength to do that in a long time. It made me weep. It was so cool. Can you appreciate the little things? Can you appreciate the beauties of this world? The miracles of your body that heals and moves and breathes and does what you need it to do? My challenge is, in the spirit of Genshai, to appreciate the miracle of a human body. Just for one day at a time, appreciate what you have.